Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies.
So amongst the things that the German Theosophical Society does under the patronage of Blavatsky is this publication right here, Lotusblütchen, all right? Theosophische Monatsschrift, it means like a monthly magazine or a theosophical monthly magazine. All right. Here you have the the publisher and the city of Leipzig. So this is January 1990, edition 88 or say 88th publication. And what do we have here? We have the seal of the Theosophical Society.
Yeah.
And researchers have traced the swastika to here. This is where the swastika entered the German public. Here, it entered, a society. It entered on German territory. This is where it entered public, the public sphere. So, here is another, he's just another one. This is just what I found online. And so, okay, so here you had the Lotusblütchen, which means the lotus blossom. And this was the new edition. Yep. This was the new Lotus Blossom. I don't remember exactly what was the difference between the first series and the second series, but I'm just trying to tell you that. So this is from 1990, and here we are in 1908. I mean, the thing was there. It was not some fringe kind of activity that was for a reserved public. It was out in the open, and they were very active.
Yep, they were trying to hide it.
Absolutely,
they're proud of it.
And here we're gonna leave Blavatsky and we're gonna go to our next villain. Okay, before we talk about our next villain, okay, we have our baby villain here, who is Rudolf Steiner. Do you know who this guy is, Bilal? Brother, this guy. So he was a member of the Theosophical Society of Berlin, which was not the original one, the German Theosophical Society. All right, so there was a bunch of them. So he published his own periodical Lucifer, which is not the book Lucifer. This is a book. Sorry, this was not a periodical. This was a book by Blavatsky. He has a periodical called Lucifer from 1903 to 1908. So this guy here is a Christian. I mean, yeah, bro. Spot the inconsistency, brother. Why? Because he's a Gnostic Christian.
Okay, I got you.
And he, like the main Theosophical Society, they were mainly inspired from Hinduism, but he brought in an esoteric reshaping of the Christian religion in a theosophical form. So, and this is what I really want everyone to understand. It is bizarre how esoteric madahib that seem disconnected geographically have the same content. We know slight tweaks here and there, but in general, they have the same content. And we're going to get back to this. So he was also, so he was an extremely smart man. He was also an architect, and he is the one who designed and had this thing here built, is the Goethe Annum. So Goethe is a famous German author. I guess you have heard of him, Bilal? Goethe? Okay, no. Well, his books are translated. Intellectual people, they pride themselves at reading Goethe. And I read one or two of his books back in the days when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And now that I understand certain things, I understand that this dude was talking about esoterical things, but presenting them to you in an exoteric way, because this is how they work. They present a message to you that is hiding another message. And there was this woman who was my neighbor. She used to be kind of a mentor for me at a certain stage in my life when I was 16, 17 years old. And so once again, things she was telling me, I didn't really understand it back in those days, but now I know she was part of esoteric circles right in my country of Luxembourg. And so but this woman, she was not just some random nuthead running the streets. No, she was actually the top one qualified person in Luxembourg in matters of education. She was the number one of the country when it comes to education. Nobody topped her qualifications. And she was telling me about a certain esoteric circle run by the number one scholar of psychology of Luxembourg. So this thing is there, Bilal. It's all around us, but it's hidden. You see, they kind of they like to, you know, just give you like a
They have one language for themselves and another language for the people.
barakallahu feek. Exactly like you
Yeah.
have put it.
Paper gold. You see, black folks are chumps. If America were to tell you to bring all the rocks in this country to her, and she'll give you $1 million for it, you'll do it. And the next day she'll tell you we're using rocks for currencies, chump.